Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Coming up, Divisional round Saturday, we've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Bengals
and able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gun. Cut.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Big 13. 11.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
21 yards.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
11 MT. 11 mighty.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 21, here's 2nd down at 7.
Here we go. 180. Shot.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
Brings up 3rd,
and it's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Let's get set. 11. 180. Stop.
They'll try to run forward with Jeanty. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Here we go. Stop!
They're going to keep it on the sneak. And it'll be a touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
That's another
11, Thomas.
Bengals first down.
12, 12, 12.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here we go. Stop!
This time Burrow will look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
2-yard gain.
It's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Gun, gun. Stop! Can, can. Can, can. Stop!
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now 3rd down and 7.
11. Here we go. Here we go. Stop! 180. Stop! Push, push. Stop!
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow toward the end zone. That's going to wind up incomplete in the end zone.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. McPherson's kick is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Well, that seems a little different than care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Round 80. What's that?
Now a first carry for the brother of David. It's James Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down and 4. On play action, Allen. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Dalton.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides.
Ready? '56.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Allen going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I want to see this offense try to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here.
5-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
The forehand back out, and you get a backhand.
It was a backhand. That was a really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Ginty.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Wide 80. 11, Thomas. Dot.
A run straight ahead with Ginty.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 2.
11. Let's get set.
Once again is Genty.
Gets by him. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
55 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
First, second, and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, wasn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Wide 80. 11.
Now Burrow changing things up here. On first down, it's Genty.
And he stopped immediately there.
Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
One, ready?
Second and 10.
11. Here we go. Dad. Wide 80. Wide 80. 11 mighty. 11 MT. Tate. 11 MT. 11.
Go get him.
Now Burrow. Gets this one to Hill. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 45 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And it is
good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Bills 3. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
Half 85.
Throwing now is Allen. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Here's second and 10.
319. Sub. Middle.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. It's complete to Cook.
And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
Yards on the play.
I love that play because in the snow you think run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, it's impossible.
Nice his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
31.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and wing in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, tight. 180! What's that?
To throw, it's Allen. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
It's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down and 8.
Here we go. Right in.
Here's Higgins out of the right side. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 180.
Now it's Burrow. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
Chase Brown.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. And we'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here's Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background.
Yeah, he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
James Cook. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Allen now looks to throw. Right back to Cook for another completion. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 4th down.
A gain of
We can make this one pretty
yard.
simple. Block the ball as progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Bills send the punter out. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
Up the middle, it's Cincinnati.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On 2, ready?
3rd and 12.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taking it about the 36. And he'll go out near midfield
The Bills
at
take
the
over
49.
1st and 10.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Middle.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
180. Look out.
Allen.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Intended for Dawson
They have to like what
Knox.
they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
180. Look out.
Now Allen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Now on 4th down, is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3.
11. Check.
Play action. It's Burrow.
He'll get this out to Genty.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Evan McPherson to kick off for
Winner
Cincinnati.
go home. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Gain of 12 yards.
Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
41-yard line.
Option play. Here's Cook.
And across midfield he goes into Bengal territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and a yard.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Brown 80! What's that?
Up the middle, it's Cook. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
Tackled by Brian.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
What's that?
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, How about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he is going to have the Bills first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Bills.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Now Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And he takes it down at a 10-yard line.
A gain of 19
That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs.
10 yards to go.
Regular. 180!
To the air. Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Looking to throw. Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And again, it's Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
To kick off for Buffalo.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 23.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because now they know it's going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A 5-yard gain.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Bengals.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Back now in Buffalo. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Wide 80. Dot.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. Oh, that is well read on the backside. And he'll be met well behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 7. And it'll set him back for 2nd down.
On 1, ready? Oh, here we go, here we go. Dot. 180. Dot.
Burrow will throw. That's complete. It's Ashton Jeanty. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 39 yards there. A big one.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game. 4th quarter, these are plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory.
Here we go, here we go.
At the 30-yard line.
Dot. Wide 80. 11 MT take. 11 MT take. Dot.
A give out of the gun to Jeanty. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, can. Dot.
Here's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
And partner, in a tie game in the 1st quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Wide 80. 11 MT. 11 MT. Dot.
A run out of the game with Jeanty. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up the 3. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
At the 5-yard line.
Touchdown, Bengals! From 4 yards out. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that you're in right now and make a play and give your team a firm advantage?
Bills 10.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter of the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Round 80. What's that?
Back to throw. Allen. Shakir hauls it in. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here comes 2nd down at 5.
Round it.
Allen. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up
2-minute drills, they're tough
5.
enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Here's Allen. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
To throw is Allen. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Plenty of time. All 4 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game.
1st and 10.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
Loss of 6 yards.
As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
One, ready? Here we go.
Now a handoff to Cincinnati. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Right 80.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit
incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And he'll take it just outside the 40.
The Bills take
Following
over
the punt return here, there's someone shaken up.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
This is 1st and 10.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Here comes second down.
At the 43-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
Throwing,
2nd
Allen.
and 3.
On the RPO, will keep it himself.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Allen.
He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line.
That's good for a Bills first down.
Allen.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Throwing is Allen.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Josh
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. Third down. Now Allen. He had a man open, but missed him, and it's incomplete.
Intended for DJ
Give them credit
Moore.
for excellent coverage,
Tre'Davious
tight
White
coverage.
on the coverage.
They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Off 52. Alert, alert, alert. Round 80.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
And the Bengals going to live to fight another week as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.